Okay, real quick, look at Miss Debbie and tell her what we learned about today.
We learned about forgiving.
Very
We
good.
learned that God forgives us all.
Yes. So the story today is the forgiving tree with the Berenstain Bears. And it's called the forgiving tree. Happy birthday, brother, shouted the party guests as Mama brought in the cake. Then they all sang the birthday song. Make a wish, said Sister. Brother closed his eyes, made a wish, and blew out the candles. Yay! The guests clapped and blowing, and they had the noisemakers that you blow into. Papa cut the cake, and everyone dug in. What did you wish for? Asked Cousin Fred. Well, if I tell, it won't come true. When they were finished eating the cake, it was time to open presents. Brother got some very nice ones. A model plane, some books, a racing car set, and a video game. And then he noticed Papa sneaking into the next room. When he came back out, he was pushing what?
A bicycle.
Oh, awesome! Wow, said Brother excitedly. It's exactly what I wished for. Luckily, you didn't tell Fred, said Sister. That is a beautiful bike, said Fred, admiring it. I sure wish I had a blue bike like that, or red bike like that. Oh, said Brother without thinking. You can borrow it any time you would like to. Gee, thanks, said Fred. Let's try out our new video game, suggested Sister. So, all the cubs crowded around while Brother and Sister played the new video game. They were so interested they didn't notice anything else for a while. But then, Brother looked over at his brand new bike. It was gone.
I think I know who took it. It's the guy who wanted it. Yeah, the cousin.
Hey, said Brother, where's my new bike? Say, said Lizzie, looking out the window. Isn't that Fred riding it? Lizzie was right. Cousin Fred was outside riding Brother's brand new bike around the treehouse.
I knew it.
Brother was furious. Can you read that page, Ashlyn?
That Fred growled, Brother, he can't do that, and he charged outside. Oh no, said Mama and Papa, running after him.
Good job. But they were too late. Brother was already chasing Fred around the treehouse, yelling for him to get off his bike. He startled Fred so much that poor Fred didn't look where he was going, and he ran right into the mailbox. He wasn't hurt, but the bike was. The front wheel was bent and wouldn't turn. Look what you did, shouted Brother. Who said you could ride my new bike? You did, said Fred. You said I could borrow it any time. I didn't mean right away, said Brother, stamping his feet. I never even got to ride it. I bet he was pretty mad, huh?
You know, because he didn't really like it.
Right. Now, Brother, said Mama, calm down. This is just a misunderstanding. Fred did not mean any harm. But my bike is ruined, cried Brother. Just look at it. It's not ruined, said Papa. We'll take it down to the bike shop and get it fixed up as good as new. But it won't be new, said Brother. It will never be brand new again. And he stormed off in a huff. Gee, I'm sorry, said Fred. He felt awful.
That's why he should have took it.
I never meant to hurt Brother or his new bike. Of course not, Fred, soothed Mama. It was just an accident. I'm sorry brother's so mad, said Fred. Do you think he'll ever forgive me? Can you
What
read
do
a
you
little bit,
think?
Annabelle? You want to try and read some?
Of course he will, said Papa. He'll get over it on time. But sister wasn't so sure. She followed brother to her backyard treehouse.
Good job. Mind if I come up, she called. Brother didn't answer. Sister climbed the ladder and found brother sitting, sulking at the top. You're certainly in a good mood, said sister. Grunted the brother. Sister noticed a faded red line drawn down the middle of the treehouse floor. See the red line?
What does that mean?
Do you remember this red line, she asked. Brother shrugged. We put it there a long time ago, sister went on. We were so mad at each other that we divided the treehouse in half. I sat on one side and you sat on the other. We sat out here being mad at each other until it started to rain and we got soaked. By that time, we couldn't even remember what we were mad about. I guess so, said brother. As brother and sister sat in their treehouse, it became cloudy and started to rain. They went back to the party and found the guests getting ready to break the piñata. It was one Papa made in his workshop. There were all kinds of candies inside, but especially licorice, because licorice was Papa's favorite. Papa held the piñata out on a broomstick. Okay, he said, start swimming, but be careful not to hit me.
Ooh.
One after another, the cubs whacked the piñata until it finally broke up and spilling candy on the floor. Yes. Want to read another one?
Sure. Is it that page?
Yes.
Okay. They all scrambled to grab some licorice. Papa. Brother scrambled right into Fred.
Uh-oh.
In fact, they knocked heads.
Ow, said Fred, rubbing his noggin. Oops. Sorry, said brother. That's okay, brother, said Fred. I forgive you. I forgive you too, Fred, said brother, feeling ashamed of himself. I shouldn't have yelled at you about the bike. It really was just an accident. Forget it, said Fred, and forget if they did as they gathered up the candy. Want to read another one?
You know, said Papa to Mama, as they watching the happy clubs. That old tree in the backyard has sent a lot of giving over the years. I guys.
Yes.
You did. You called it's the forgiveness tree.
Good job. As the Lord said, smiled Mama, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. What does that mean? Said Sister. Just that God wants us to forgive those who hurt our feelings, said Mama. And remember, added Papa, though God wants us to be good, He forgives us when we do something wrong. Well, I think that's very nice of God, said Sister. Yes, agreed Mama and Papa. It sure is. The end.
Good job, everybody.
Good job,